It's here. Hello friends, how's it going? I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today I'm so excited because I finally have my hands on One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. Need to like take some deep breaths. I'm so excited about it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, today I'm going to be starting to read it finally. I've been waiting for this for, I don't know, a month or two. I pre-ordered it and I'm so excited to read it. Anyway, I just finished Red, White, and Royal Blue for the second time. So I have actually 2 vlogs up on my channel of me reading that, and it's one of my favorite books. I was so excited to hear that Casey McQuiston was coming out with a new book. The only things I really know about this are that it's a sapphic romance. It takes place in Manhattan, and I think it involves time travel, so that should be interesting because there were no fantasy elements to Red, White, and Royal Blue. So anyway, I'm so excited. So come along with me while I read this beauty. I am definitely anticipating a 5-star read, so fingers crossed that's what happens. Let's get into it. Hello. I don't know if you could tell, but this whole vlogging thing hasn't been going great for me so far. But anyway, this morning I did finish chapter 1 of One Last Stop. Basically, we're just getting background into the main character, August. I guess we could say Casey McQuiston has an affinity for main characters from the South and that have A names. Anyway, don't know much about her yet except she's close with her mom. She recently moved, I believe, from New Orleans to Manhattan. So, girl trying to make it in the big city, you know, gotta love a good New York coming of age story. She is like 23, so it's not like teenage coming of age, but you know. I really love that Casey McQuiston chooses like early 20s characters. I feel like a lot of romances of this type of genre would be like in their teens, and it's just nice to see some representation of people who are just a little bit older. Already, right off the bat, we also have some very interesting characters. I feel like Casey McQuiston is very good at creating fun and interesting characters. So August moves into an apartment with like 3 other people, I think, and so far we've met 2 of them, and they are quite a pair, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, and I also think that the love interest has been introduced right away, very briefly in the first chapter, so I'm very excited to see where this is going. Don't have much of a clue yet, but I think one of my favorite characters so far is definitely August's mother, and I think her name is Mila. Yes, Mila. I think those are my 2 favorite characters as of this moment, but don't really know much about anyone, so I will continue reading this evening and then tomorrow morning, and we'll see how far I can get. I am currently on page 22, so great progress. Let's keep it going. Good morning. I have to get ready for class in a few minutes because I'm taking a summer stats class this year. It's not as bad as I expected, but anyway. I have a very interesting reading update. First of all, I said that one of my favorite characters was her mom. Kind of rethinking that. But yeah, without giving too much away, basically August, the main character, was sort of forced into this like child detective type of thing by her mom. So she's got like the classic Nancy Drew, like observation skills. But anyway, she wanted to step out of that because it wasn't really her choice when she was a kid, but she meets this girl on the subway. Her name is Jane, and I'll just read what it says on the back because I don't want to give too much away. Here we go. August's subway crush becomes the best part of her day, but pretty soon she discovers there's one big problem. Jane doesn't just look like an old school punk rocker. She's literally displaced in time from the 1970s, and August is going to have to use everything she tried to leave in her own past to help Jane. August tries to help figure out what's going on and how to save Jane, I guess. So it's very interesting. The fact that this, like, a lot of it takes place on the subway, I felt like we weren't going to get the nice spicy moments that were in Red, White, and Royal Blue, but there's a little bit there so far, so it's going pretty well. Very much enjoying it, and I'm like a third of the way through now, so that's exciting. I'm gonna go get ready for class now, and I will check in with you later. Oh my gosh, I just realized I forgot like the most important part of what I was gonna tell you. Basically, August is just trying to figure out like what exactly she is, and at one point she's like, is she a vampire? And there's a quote in here that I thought was so funny. Here it is. Bella Swan, eat your horny little Mormon heart out. I just thought that was so funny. Anyway. Good morning. I have a lot of thoughts this morning. First of all, I think I may have been using the wrong pronouns for Casey McQuiston this entire time, so I apologize for that. But Casey McQuiston uses they them pronouns. Second, I had to write down my thoughts because I have a lot. First of all, for your information, I'm on page 281. I've been like comparing this book the whole time to Red, White, and Royal Blue. First of all, because it's the same author. Second, because I literally just read it. That might be a mistake, I'm not sure. But I was saying yesterday that One Last Stop is not quite as spicy as I was expecting. Because it just took a little while to get there. But anyway, I feel like because of just the logistics of the characters, Red, White, and Royal Blue, the characters were able to be a lot more adventurous, shall we say. The content was more intense, I would say, in that one, but the language was very subtle. Like, it wasn't very explicit. Like, the descriptions were not very explicit in that one. This one, the content is less intense, because a lot of it takes place on the subway, and can't really, the stuff that happens, I think, is described a little bit more explicitly. So it's like a balance, basically. But yeah, definitely spicier than I was expecting because, like I said, it takes place mostly on the subway. So how are you gonna get around that? Casey McQuiston figured it out. The author is also really good at creating like interesting and unique characters. I read some Goodreads reviews that said that August is super boring, and I have to disagree. Maybe it's because I'm boring as well and I relate to her. I don't know, but I like August. I don't think she is as interesting as the rest of the characters, to be honest, but I don't really see a problem with that. I like her, and I love the secondary characters as well. They're just amazing. I love the characters a lot. And I feel like Casey McQuiston is also really good at just saying things like... Let me explain. Characters who would be considered like other by society are just like people, Like, that doesn't have to be a big deal. Like, people of color, trans people, gay people, all that stuff. It's just like, it doesn't have to be like the main part of their character, the fact that they have these characteristics, Like, August is, well, first of all, she's bisexual, but second of all, she's a virgin. She's 23 and she's a virgin, and it's not even mentioned until like a few chapters in. And it's like, I feel like in most books, they would introduce August and be like, she's 23 and she's a virgin? What's wrong with her, And it's just like, whatever. It's just like something that exists in the book. So I feel like Casey McQuiston does a very good job of explaining things like that. Please tell me that made sense, because I feel like I did not explain that very eloquently. And then the last thing is, I find both of Casey McQuiston's novels are romances, obviously, but they each have, like, another genre. Red, White, and Royal Blue is a romance and, like, political fiction. And this one is romance and, like, sci-fi. It's very odd. I did not expect it. I feel like the sci-fi, I'm not a huge sci-fi fan just in general, but yeah, the sci-fi aspect of it I feel like is not as strong as the political aspect in Red, White, and Royal Blue, if that makes sense. It might also just be personal preference, I really don't know. But yeah, I really am loving this book, but I don't think I like it as much as their first novel, so I don't know, we'll see. I still have like 150 pages, so my opinion could be changed, who knows? But yeah, I feel like a lot of the low reviews on Goodreads that I read were about how the book is boring, and I will say it does start off pretty slowly. Red, White, and Royal Blue, there's something happening every second. It is so fast-paced, and this one is just not like that. Yeah, those are my thoughts for this morning. I've still got 150 pages to go, so I think I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna go get ready for class now. Yay. Hello. I think, you know what, I think today is going to be the last day of this vlog. I've got less than 100 pages left of One Last Stop, which is kind of crazy. I feel like this entire vlog is just me in this chair and me reading on my bed. I would love to go read outside, but it's so hot. I am going to sit down, I think, for the next hour or so. I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish it all. But anyway, Morgan Long posted a read with me this morning, so that's pretty great. It's an hour, so exciting. Morgan Long is like one of my favorite YouTubers, so if you're looking for someone who does like booktube content, but it's also just so like relaxing and beautiful, highly recommend. That's it. I can't believe it. I was reading the back of the book the other day, and there's a quote from Helen Huang, who wrote the Kiss Quotient. I haven't read that, but it says, "One last stop is meant to be savored slowly." Which is not what I've been doing, but anyway, it's so cute. This book is so cute. It's really good, and I hope that the ending is what I want it to be. I really don't know what's gonna happen. There are two main ways that it could go, and then a third way which would not be so good. This book is just so good. It really is. So, if you're looking for a nice sapphic romance, highly recommend this one. I just love Casey McQuiston's writing so much. The dialogue is incredible. Their books are just so, like, funny. I don't know. The dialogue is hilarious, and it's just, like, such a smart-ass kind of tone. My fave. Anyway, I'm gonna go read now. I don't know if I'll finish it up right now, but we'll see, won't we? I'm on page 342. I thought that it was, like, 440 pages roughly, but it's actually 417, so I've got $75 pages. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Alright, let's get reading, shall we? Well, I just finished One Last Stop, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but I've been crying. I started crying around page 373. Actually, it was exactly page 373. And continued to do so on and off until the end of the book. So, quite an emotional ending. I'm not going to say anything about what happened at the end. I'm not going to say whether what I wanted to happen happened or not. It's such a good book. Oh my god. Let me just say, Red, White, and Royal Blue did not make me cry. I stand by, I think, everything that I've said throughout this video. I don't think my opinion has really changed. I think I do like it a little bit more, actually, because of the ending, so I was not expecting to be as affected by this book as I was, especially because the beginning, it was kind of more slow burn than I was expecting. Yeah, it just wasn't as, like, intense, I think, as Red, White, and Royal Blue for probably the majority of the book, but at the end there, wow. Anyway, oh, very intense. It was incredible. Kind of at a loss for words right now. I guess that's it. I love this book and I would recommend it to everyone, so you should read it, especially if you liked Red, White, and Royal Blue. Oh, I should give my rating probably. I think I'm gonna rate it 5 stars. I was leaning more towards 4 throughout like most of this, but the last like 50 or so pages there, I think pushed it up to a 5, so that's pretty cool. 5 stars for this baby. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a fun time. I hope you had as much fun as I did, but you probably didn't unless you read the book. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I would love to see your beautiful face here again next Sunday. Go do something nice for yourself. Perhaps pick up a copy of One Last Stop. Just a suggestion. And I will see you next Sunday. Bye.